Bacon. Bacon. Small bacon.
All right, hey, welcome to another edition of JTJU, where we all try to be just a little better at the game of Clash of Clans. I got the next episode of Super Sunday, and that's where we go out and during the wars of both main 2, 3, and 4 of the JTJ family, as well as some of the affiliates, we wander around and look at live attacks if there are some to be had, and or take a look at some of the best replays from all those different wars. So you can either browse through this. It's kind of long usually. Usually they run somewhere between an hour and a half. Or if you want, take a look right here is the list of the attacks in order by town hall. Or you can always download from the link that's below it a PDF that actually has the links themselves. It'll zoom you right to those attacks, and it also includes both attacks by town hall as well as attacks by attacker. So overall, across Super Sunday episodes, you can see just one attacker's style. Hope it helps. Let's take a look. All right, so here's go. Second Super Sunday. I haven't heard from our EU posse as of yet, so I'll wait for them to either enter the chat. I'm going to try to watch the chat a little bit better this time, and or if they come into Mumble and tell us what's going on. But to begin, since they're not here, we'll start with the same rotation we started with last week. Let's pop over to main, which I think is this one right here. Dun-dun-dun. Alright, so we're in main, and there's a few attacks. Let's say hi to everybody first. Okay, we are going. Let me know if you have live attacks. So while I ponder that, let's take a look at. I have a list of attacks that I could. Oh, no, I don't. Not for main. So let's just go. I know that I have a couple that I do want to show. Let's first start with an attack from Nicholas. Actually, both these are pretty good, but let's start with Nicholas first. I believe it was a nice Lavalunian. So let's pause that for a second, and look at the advantage he's going to try to take care of. Wow, volume's back that down a little bit. But the volume's pretty. Let's go ahead and just play. But he's going to have a nice attack in terms of he gets one AD down, and then the patience of that team and core. It almost looks like a max attack in that the amount of time he gets survival out of these King Queen group to drive to mid, if I recall correctly. I'm thinking about the same one. Yeah, so he gets the Queen. And at this point, he only has one AD down. Let's take a look at the air sweepers. Got medium coverage there, but look at the nice deployment speed there. Basically, almost, I'd say 3 to 5 seconds, he was down on that flank from 11 to 8. Now he comes into the second flank, supporting, working off the distract from his original team. And I believe that, that see how direct his line was moving from 9 to 3 with those moves? I think that's one of the key things that you need to think about as you think about planning out an air-based attack, because you can't dawdle around on the lateral side. You need to move to the core and get the heavy damage aspects done. And so you can see there, he's going to carry this all the way home. So, and he never even popped one of his hounds. So let's just go back to look at the base one last time. So if you look at the base, it's a pretty solid base versus air. I mean, both, well, one expo's down there. So it's one expo down, one expo up. ADs are pretty well leveled. So not a bad attack. Took this out and then moved and then came back in off the lateral side. So let's take another look at another interesting attack, and that was Mr. Patty at Town Hall 9. See if anybody's offered. No, they're chicken. Anybody talking in the... Oops, let's go over here. Game sounds louder than your voice. Can you turn them down? I don't know. Game is louder than me. I think I can. Hang on. Oh now it's nice and quiet. How about that, Red? There you go. Let me know if that works for you. So let's take a look at Mr. Patty's attack. This was also pretty interesting. Another air attack. And also, again, let's go to take it up to 2 speed. Again, he penetrates pretty far with his KHC team. He's going to draw the queen. There that is. Nice poison to get down the CC. He takes out the dragon pretty early with the queen backing. Gets that 1 AD. So now he's down to just 2 ADs remaining. So it was an interesting usage of the EQ, really, because that's what really opened up the base, coupled with, you know, that guy's, a lot of that guy's defense, the Teslas, the hidden defense, if you will, wasn't impacting his KHC team, so he could drive in and sustain there to get those 2 ADs down. And then just good timing. Look at that nice little distract with the giant down there at 4. You'll see that in different ways from different players. Some will drop a balloon to try to just keep the main off, especially when that's a whiz tower on the backside. But just keeping awareness of what's left on the backside and how you're going to distract it, because this whole game really, I think, Clash has evolved into more of a distraction type concept in terms of the attacks. So again, another attack. Let's take a look at that base again to kind of reflect on Mr. Patty's Cup of Awesome. Hang on a second. So, you know, you can see there that EQ with him opening up there at 6. Usually I'd be a little nervous with that because, you know, there's a lot of risk of spread from that team. But then if you look closer and you look at the EQ pathing, he will go mortar, thing, bang, back in. See, the outer cannons aren't really a distraction for them. And what really saved him, I think, is that the fact that he didn't have, like, super dense Tesla defense off this side where his team would die before getting it. Plus, I think these 2 ADs are a little too close. One of the good base design techniques you want to think about, and I think Colonel Mustard wrote a nice article on, I think it was on Nation, on the band site, but, you know, one aspect you want to think about is, you know, they're going to come in to get the queen one way or the other. And you want to be able to not give them both the queen and 2 ADs, because if you do, what happened right here is going to happen. So think about how people are going to attack you and then adjust off that and to tweak your design. If you're watching Team China. No, nobody still wants a... Oh, and Red Ace is satisfied with my volume now. High five to Red Ace. All right, so let's take a look, see if there's any others I want to show. Well, A-Boy always has... We've seen 2 airs. And if I got money, $10 to $1 says this is a hog attack. Am I right? No! Oh my God! Sit back. The world is on its ear. A-Boy is doing air. What is going on? All right, let's speed it up a little bit. I like the interior EQ. I always get nervous with the exterior EQ because I think it's always a question of is that sloppy or not, because a jump can often do the same effect, whereas interior is very hard to achieve the same goal and time it and stuff. Nice. So see, look at what he saw. So when he EQ'd that and just drives that team in, 3 ADs were accessible to him, 2 right off the drive and the 3rd on the backside. Well, no wonder he did it. And that, I guess, is a good example of where, I mean, his timing's perfect. I mean, look at that nice spot deployment, 2 loons per defense. I mean, everything's just perfect. Nice job, A-Boy. But what's interesting about this attack, really, maybe, is that, you know, I made fun at the beginning. A-Boy is usually a hogger, and one of the hardest things to do, I think, as a clasher, and I don't do it, but I know I should. I'm more of a know what I should do guy, not doing what I should do, right? But A-Boy identified the weakness of the base and shifted from his biased attack, what he prefers, into the attack that fit the base, and rolled it. So something we can all think about in that regard. Let me check now. I've got another hour. Well, Joe, then it's not going to be happening now. Well, that's a while. Let's go look. Everybody's chicken. Everyone is chicken. Let's just taunt them. I think that helps. You know, taunting is really always a way to get people to come out, play with you. Oh, Jim, another one of our better attackers at Town Hall 9. If he's doing air, at that point I think we're going to have to redeclare that JTJ is the Dragon Lords of the world, as well as any air type of attacks. We're going to have to just do all air from this point forward. It rests on you, Jim. Whew. Okay, we can still do hog attacks because Jim decided to do one. Let's see what he does here. So he's going right at the queen. Simple KHC2. Guillotine coming off. Dragon comes out, poisons down. Looks like he's wall breaking in, no jump spells. So he must have done the rage. Look at those nice spot placements on the hogs from 1 to 9. Basically you had hog teams of about 2 to 4 on each spot, enabling a nice driving inward movement off that hog team and then coming down to the backside. And one lone wizard that he just remembered he had to help with that archer tile in the back. So that too looks like a pretty good roll, right? And what he probably recognized there, as well as let's look at, his risk versus double big bombs, giant bombs, double giant bombs. I was getting confused, say them wrong. But there's really only one main spot. I don't remember what was here, but in terms of spacing, oh, there's one. The king's standing on it. Let's go back and see how he triggered that, because that really, one of the things that, and maybe we'll show some attacks in a little while that are kind of doing spot deploy where you get more risk from these buried bomb positions. The spot deploys are nice because it isolates how many hogs might die to a given pathing or a given path, whereas your line deploys and like triple spot deploy, 2 spot deploys, you got too many hogs running one line. Hang on a minute, I just want to see what this. Zip, there it is. Oh, come on. Right there. Oh, now did he know that was going to happen? Yeah, I guess he would. I mean, because as the hogs look at it, they were standing here. The closest is here, so they're going to jump into that hole, whereas the guy really wanted the pathing here. Nicely done. Okay. Good job. Nicely done. And the planning behind, I guess the lesson there too is also the planning behind how to defuse the double big bomb, double giant bomb positions. I'm just blathering all over myself today. Oh wait. ETA's trying to sneak in with an attack without us watching. Jumping in the middle. He's dropping an air attack. Looks like an 813. Oh, 813R. He's raging the balloons, which is often questioned by a lot of people whether to do that or the dragons. But that is a buried IED, so I might agree with it. Come on, turn it around. Oh yeah. Now see, that's what with an 813R, when we originally, after our dawdling and pondering, decided to finally publish, how we wanted to adjust our Dragoon attacks off of the Zapquake. We came out with 813R and the 105R. And really the only debate that there was out there was where the rage was used within the attack, be it for dragons or for the balloons with the 813. And I think here, right now the default stance with the 813R is that, and I think he did an 813 there, looks like it, a lot of balloons were out. But the debate right now is we kind of point towards using it on the dragons because we're getting more impact helping them power through the main part of the base. But I think this is a good example of where we'd use the rage on the backside, helping the snipe balloons, because it was buried. He had over 3 hops to the backside AD position, and so it was a difficult hop. Let's see if we can let's take a look at this base. Nice job, ETA. By the way, live 3-star, our first live 3-star. Left high five. ETA, nice. Live. 3-star. Good job. But he didn't know, so he really doesn't get credit for that. I mean, if he wants credit for live, he has to actually say ahead of time that he's going live. What? This isn't what I was looking at. Hold on. I do want to see what the base looked like to begin with. Oh, he was hitting a base that was already closed. Our town 8 is already closed out, so he's just practicing. No wonder he was not even worried about it. He didn't want to brag. But see how this right here, so this could have also been a 105, like if he had hit one of these end tips and leave the 2 and then raged in for the 105 light. I think this base could go either way in terms of Dragoon. But the 813, classically you create most separation you can, which leaves on both sides a lot of pathing before you hit the AD, which is kind of buried. And I think that's what I was intrigued by as I watched him do it, is that maybe there's a branch we can make in the tree asking how many hops are from the outside drop point to the AD. And in this case, it might be as much as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if you really, because you got the same distance, so it's risky. If you drop here, it could split. So yeah, he came, oh nice. He even did a double drop to cut one off so it was short. So actually I think there's something to be learned from that, even though it was just kind of happenstance. Happenstance from ETA. Is he laughing at my cage match? Oh, we're cage matching. Oh. Oh, that's been a while. We haven't seen a cage match. ETA can't get away. Yeah, because it's too bad for him. We're just tracking him down like the dog that he is. Let's see here. I don't think we looked at A-Boy, looked at Jim. Let's take a look at Nicholas's attack. Another max base, pretty much. Another air attack? Wow. We are airing it up. Oh, look at that. So that was 3 lightning, I believe, and an earthquake. I didn't count it, but I'm assuming that's what it was, based on what he's got left. And then he just comes in from the same side. Dragon comes out, loons are up top. No big deal. Now this was interesting, and actually this is one of the attacks. Look at, most people probably might have thought of attacking from flanking or might have come from the bottom because it's slightly canted to the bottom side. I watched this before. He comes from 12 o'clock. And I still don't have an opinion about why he did it. But it works really well. It's almost like he's squeezing his positions. I don't know. Maybe it's for those Teslas. Hard to say. But it works pretty well. Because he just squeezes it like a tamale.
What?
And done. Uses one haste in the middle there. But the thing I like the most about this, and one of the things we're going to try to shift in the tree, is Colonel Mustard brought this up, and I just haven't had time to begin to do it yet. But we're going to start where the tree right now has a defined bias to its structure. Like as you enter Town Hall 8 branch, the bias is to hogs first. You look at that first. What we're going to change to is more of a bias of looking first at the first consideration block is more about how do you have your opening phase against a base? What is the opening phase? And that what the base gives you in terms of this should be your opening phase. This is the most valued opening phase. Then you can then back away from that and say, all right, now if I have that, I've executed that opening phase. Now where do I go in the tree? You know, that might be ground, that might be, and in this, so like here, Nicholas saw the value of an opening phase of a Zapquake on or a 3LQ on that 280 position.
Introdlu entered channel.
So he saw the 3LQ, and that took out the 2ADs for him. Hey ETA, we were making fun of you, or appreciating your attack. It was very nice. All right, so let's go back. I'm reaching as if I have to tap on my tablet. I don't have to. Oh, we need to get that base. What's up? Having trouble with that one. Should we check out Beaches? We're just gonna hang out for a while in here. How long have I been going for this one? Who knows? I don't even know. This is what I do.
Channel, Atago Introdlu, unable talk.
What do we got going on here? Another hog attack. The queen. Oh, he's got an immortal queen. That's interesting. I think I heard him talking about this in chat that he wanted to do this. Nice. Takes the yep. A lot of patience. Wizards on the golem. So it's just a single golem because he's got 42 slots tied up in those healers. King comes through as well, jumps in, gets 1 AD down. No, we don't care, we're going ground. So really what we cared about is we're now in range of the town hall, and well, we don't even need help with the expos. So it was really about the giant bomb defusing, I guess. Because he broke the pathing in both cases. See how the two things dropped there? I wonder if he saw that off replay. Anybody comment on that? Nope. Not bad. We're seeing a lot of variety in this war. I like it. Because usually we're really focused on the hog action. So now we're seeing a little bit of air, a little bit of hog, and now an Immortal Queen hog. Yeah, so really this whole action down below was one, to get the queen, but also two, in doing so, get the... I'm impressed he even got it. That is patient. And that the queen actually moved forward versus sliding to the army camp. Something to study there. Because that's one of the things that I struggle with the Immortal Queen is like, so in that grouping, you have the camps and the kind of tripod formation, but to get the queen to march forward instead of sliding, that's hard. Harder than it looks. Alright, let's leave that one. It's your birthday, says Korg.
Kitty B52 entered channel.
I don't think it's my birthday, Korg. Hey, B52, let me know when you want me to come over to Banny Veeks. I have to, you'll have to let Trench in. And I'll come over there and check it out. Let's take a look at A-Boy's attack. So many 3 stars. See if this, that doesn't look very exciting. No love for you. No love for you, A-Boy. Let's see, Joe. We'll only show the max attacks. Oh, still got max down here. Joe doesn't get a lot of airtime. Let's see what Joe does. So an EQ with wizards off the back. Gets one bomb position. Defuses the other one over here. So actually it's very similar to the, was it Beej that had that other one with the Immortal Queen where he defused the 2 spots down low? Because notice how no bombs have been identified. Oh wait, this is air. Duh. So it's not as common as you would think. Or same, it's not that similar. It was doing the same thing though. Could've. Ifs and buts maybe. Let's look at it again now. So he gets the 280. He gets 180. Oh, one of the expos is down. Is the other one down? Okay. Oh, and the ADs are weak. Okay, now I'm getting less interested. Somebody should have stopped me ahead of myself. Ready for Trench when you are. Posted the ideas for replay on band. Oh, okay. I will go... I have to find Banny Vinks. Hang on a minute. We're going to go over to one of our affiliates. If I can find which one is Trench. Oh, how could I not know which one is Trench? He's got the beautiful one tree in the middle of his base. So we're going to switch over to... Look at that. You know how long that took? Let me tell you. We're going to go over... I think I have it saved. Bookmarks. Look at that. It seems that we're going to be shy. No one wants to talk to me on the channel. So what should I look at? See what they say. So JTJU has about 50 clans that are affiliates of ours. Kind of all share similar philosophies on different things. Oh, about to go in. You brave soul. And I mean that as the soul of a foot. Here we go. I'm ready. All right, man. Bring it on. Bring it on. Let's go. Let's go, Steedy. Come on. Bring it. Bring it. Be strong. Take one for the team. That's right. Let's see how they're doing in their war. They're up 17-0. Hey, I don't think we've ever fought Korea. Hoorah. Ooh. Wow. Must be out of the military. Here we go. We're waiting. Got 2 Town Hall 7s. Oh, the war just started. Like 6 minutes ago. Yikes. Me too. More daft than brave, but one violent go wipe. Welcome, Rye. Indeed. Let's see how Benny does. Let's see if they've got an advantage while we're waiting. They've ripped off some attacks pretty quick. First 50 minutes, they've got quite a few 3-stars. How's their stats looking? 5 3-stars out of 7 attacks. Hey, Benny, you're doing all right. Looks like a lot of them are on Town Hall. Well, see, I wish you could tell when a base is blown up what level it is. Kind of hard. Nope, Town Hall 8. Alright. Oh. But Steedy is going in strong against Town Hall 9. ADs look weak. He's going air. Expos are up. He's got reasonable sized heroes. Okay. Queen's definitely in the so he could do some damage here. Although that hound's rather annoying. That could tie you up for a while. Yeah, that hound is frustrating. That's not going to help you. Steedy's panicked now. He's like, dude, I hate this hound. I hate hounds. That's what he's saying. I would like them banned from the game. Oh, and the queen's going to drop to it. And see, that really probably, at this point, so maybe the question as we watch Steedy suffer through his 1 minute of pain, he might get a star out of it, though. You never know. Depends on, because the ADs aren't too powerful. But what would you have done differently? I mean, so he pulled out, he sees the hound, he's got not a lot of horsepower behind the king-queen. You almost got to get it, and he missed his poison. Because a poison alone can weaken it up to where the queen can take it down, but it's so maybe the point is that you can't really blindly go in and try to do a CC kill with just your royals if there's a risk of the hound in there, which it is when you're coming out blind. And he's not gonna, he might get his 50%. So instead, you either need to have somebody from a lower level scout up for you, or if you're not sure what's in there, you have to have enough mass. Because it's not that the little pups do massive damage per shot; it's that there's a whole ton of them out of the gate when the hound pops. And so you want your poison to be in play to take out maybe a quarter to 40% of that circle of pups that they create. So the poison will be hitting part of it, and that the queen is backed out from it a little ways, so she takes the backside of it, and then you have like some type of mass. Like, did you see how he dropped his king ability, which isn't a bad idea, but you do that before the pups came out so that they're distracting, but you might even have popped at that point the queen's ability to get those archers out. But probably the better idea would be to have some wizards there to help her out. So that would be my thinking on that, Steedy. But hey, I bet you won't do that again. Or maybe you will. Good try. Good try. Hey, everybody does that. I think because you see, that used to work pretty well. I mean, people used to do blind, basically like that's almost like a blind CC kill off the royals. I mean, Dart made that famous, and then the hounds came out and made it kind of, if that's in there, it kind of makes royals can't usually handle it because of the volume. Unless you time it, then you're burning both abilities. It's much better to have some kind of mass in there. Won't see me live on Sunday. Oh, come on now. Come on. Don't be scared off. Don't be scared. Let's go. Anyone else? Anybody else? Question mark? Or I'm just going to start looking at replays. Okay, I'll poke around. Let's see. See what you guys got. $11 for the Town Hall 8 with RC09. Well, let's see what Kovacs did first. Kovacs, oh, pretty weak expos though. Really weak ADs. Okay, we're not giving this any love. You should have gotten that one, Kovacs. It's my official pin. Ooh, he was quick. David, you snuck past me, man. Kovacs was fab. Okay, I'm not questioning it was fab. I'm just saying that like other people, like, you know, the general viewership's like, dude, it's not strong base. And they'll do all that jibberjack. I've heard it all. There's so many rules. Let's take a look at this Town Hall 8 attack. That's a max Town Hall 8 base. Pretty simple. Open. Oh, this is the... If I ever get the time, I'm supposed to create a Town Hall 8 almost like evolution of hog attacks as you move through your leveling, different styles you'd use, and this is the high-end hog attack that we'd use at Town Hall 8. Because RCO9 is one of the better ones. He uses this specific mix all the time. But notice how what he's really doing well is a couple things. Surgical deploys around the base. That was probably about, what, 180 degrees with 2 to 3 hogs per point. He looked for bases that have most of the defense on the outside. He's using the poison not to kill the CC, but rather uses it to kill the skeletons inside the as the hogs run, to clean the, basically scrub the skeletons from them. Yeah, let's look at that base again real quick. So 1, 2, 3, outside targeted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because I think he'll start. Will he start with the 2 o'clock position? Oh, he started at 4, so it was almost a little more. That's like 200 and some degrees. So yeah, pretty good. What do we got now? 11, Kovacs, David in. Great hit, David. See, David, you went so fast, I couldn't see it. Violence is never the solution. Should we watch? I guess let's be late to the party. Let's see what David did. The cup of awesome that David brought. I would do air on that, but he's gonna straight up smash it to death with Go Wipe. He's going to propagate the rumor that Go Wipe is a viable attack strategy at Town Hall 8. And by golly, in this case, it is. Look at that. Just guts him. The poor guy. And his gold walls. You would think gold walls would be stronger than that, but no. It's a very soft metal. And done. Yep. So David, I would have expected you to get that. Not with Go Wipe. But, yeah, it worked, so you can't complain. I'm offended the world didn't see my efforts. The world just saw your efforts, my friend. They saw you abusing somebody that had gold walls and some more, what is that, brick colored, the brown ones? So, they're watching it now. Okay. Yeah, let's see what else we can look at here, though. Before we mosey back, maybe we'll go to JTJ2. David 5150. I think we just watched this. Yeah. Duh. It's like a magnet. I can't stay away from him. Okay. So let's see if anybody else is going. Otherwise, we're going back. Anybody else? Let's see here. Hype hog for days. Kitty, you guys are doing awesome. La 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 la. Sure did. I'm reading the chat channel and Twitch. So I don't see any. Yeah, if you guys if you want me to come to any specific clan, especially if you want me to look at your attacks for golden ticket qualification, you better be posting in Twitch, because I'm not responsible for making sure that I get to where you are. Thank you, Dangle. Who is watching what, cat? Okay, I'll come back. Poke me on Mumble. You guys aren't ready. If any more live. Otherwise, looks good. See you on the flippy flop, as Jace would say. There we go. So let's close that out. Let's go back. Let me just stop by briefly at, I think this is, yeah, this is, let's see if we've got anything live going on in Maine. And if not, then we'll go down to JTJ2 and look at some of their stuff. I actually have a list for that. Okay, any live attacks? Otherwise I'm leaving you guys because you're lame and chicken. They're going to get mad at me for calling them lame. It can be a cruel game. It is a cruel game, Atlas. It's a very cruel game. Oh, he's probably consoling Kinger. Yeah. What do you do on your stream? Well, Joe, you're seeing what I'm doing. I'm reading your comments. It's very exciting. 20 minutes, I could do another 8:13. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to JTJ2. Post on Twitch if you want something. Show my attack, lol. Who's that? Whoops. Shoot. Just powered off my monitor. Who's saying show my... Who's hacks? Who's hacks in 1826? Alright, so you gotta tell me who you are specifically, man. Here, I'll type over in... Hang on, I gotta type in Twitch channel. Post your clan attacks, base number, and war, and I'll try to get there. Also, notate if golden attempt, as I'll prioritize that. That should get him. That should get him smoking. Show my attack, Rye. I missed it. Well, Patty, you just have to go watch it on the stream, dude. This isn't your stream. It's everybody's stream. Let's see here. Let's go over to JTJ2. There's Trench's account. That's this one. Okay, 2. Here I come. I have specific ones to look at. Okay, JTJ2. I'm here. If you have live action, let me know. I wonder if I've turned my headset down too much. Okay, just adjusting my volume because I haven't heard anything from anybody on Mumble. So if you guys are talking to me on Mumble, I can't hear you. So I broke something. KK, it's Mr. Patty, number 8. I already did your attack, Mr. Patty. Sup, Bri? Well, I'm here to look at some attacks. You guys aren't live, so let's go look at some that I've already notated. I'm much more organized for these guys. So first, let's take a look at... Jalabi did a KHC1 host surgical on a max base, Town Hall 9, on number 4. Let's see here. Let's take a look at Jalabi's attack. Jalabi. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong, Jalabi. You can help me with my pronunciation later. Amp it up to 2. We got hog action coming in from 3, it looks like. Looks good. Big Daddy on the distract. We're bleeding some troops up there at 2 o'clock. Punches through the wall. Pretty big group there, dropped at 10. Probably to help with that expo. It worked out pretty well. So that wasn't so much of a... You'd have to look more at the pathing that was here at 6 to 9 to see if, you know, that arc was... If those hog lines were the ones, if you wanted to do more off this side. But it worked pretty good, so... Who are we to judge? And it'd be... I'd have to... I don't know if we'll go back and look at... Hold on, what are they saying? Remember to take a few blah blah blah. I'm holding later. You get 1 wider, 1 hour for me. Okay, they're not doing anything. Let's do another attack by Jalabe Rahul. Same attack, different base, number 8. So this time we'll kind of watch maybe the KHC1 team. Is that the same base? Maybe it's just the same base, just they have the same layout. So that's not very exciting. But look how long the KHC1 team survives. Into mid. Still there. Having a party. Walks up to 12. Surely I didn't play them both. Yeah, so they must have just had the same base twice. Well, that makes it easy, doesn't it? Once you get one figured out. Let's take a look at Frog. Nope, still not doing anything. Let's take a look at Frog. I've watched a few of Frog's attacks, but about a Town Hall 9.5. We use 9.5 to mean middle, not the rush. You know, that weird thing people do. Little poison action. Doesn't use it for the hogs, okay. He's worried about the base. Somebody's done a photo. I will not be looking at that. So now he's coming around to come at the queen. He's locked up both expos. You would think he would make his move now. Yep, here they come. A lot of patience. He's waiting a while. I can see why, though. He's still got a golem and the queen rolling. I would have said he could have pressed those flanks earlier. I mean, he didn't gain anything really by waiting. Although it didn't matter. His queen did a really good job. But usually what I would be looking for is, you know, once the expos lock up, and they're on the high health targets, you can move into those sectors that the expos are covering. Really, it's not going to get any better for you. Unless he's waiting for like some of that core team to move up, but it really never did. It just worked here. Either way. Good attack, Frog. Pretty good. And your heroes are not bad. So is this... Should I give him? Sure, why not? We'll just do it for fun. Here you go, Frog. I don't even know. That's right. It's the golden ticket. You can come up to JTJ if you'd like. I don't even know if you saw that or not in the stream. Who cares? I don't know how it works. I'm just a country boy playing with technology. Let's take a look at.
Yeah, we can see the video.
Oh, even better. I have confirmation that the video showed up. Let me go back to my pad. Oh, I was debating if I was going to show Daddy's attack because I was like, Is it good enough? But my notes say it is, so wait, let me check. Mark and I will put it at top and bottom. Blah blah blah. You guys. I won't even taunt them. I was going to taunt them, but no. Let's just watch Daddy's attack. Now Daddy, on the other hand, is another Town Hall 9-5, also doing some hog action. So unlike main Town Hall, JTJ2 is pulling out the hogs on entry level base though. So is he cheating? Not really. I mean, his queen's a little level, but I would say he's an entry level attacking force. Kind of. Let's see where he goes with it. Drives pretty hard at the queen. Makes sense. Gets everything down pretty quick. CC is still up. He's working off the distract. I like that. Both expos are locked. I like that. Not bad. Not bad. Wow, both royals are still alive. Oh, no. I spoke too soon. He was alive. Now he's dead. But that was really nice in terms of the overall deployment, in terms of the granularity of his deployment, picking his lines pretty closely. And also he didn't lag as much. So my pet peeve of the delay between when the expos lock and the hounds coming out, or the hogs coming out, wasn't there. I've invited Daddy up before, but you know, just so he can know that I still love him. There you go, buddy. The quick look there. You're invited once again, my friend. You can always come up if you want. Was the Magnus on my list? The Magnus is actually one of our leads down there. Did I like his attack? Must not have. Must be a nuke or something. Usually I try to focus on attacks that are either unique, like that was a good example of a low-level Town Hall 9, or max Town Hall 9 3 stars, or max base 3 stars for 9 and 8, or a Town Hall 7 that hits up. Did I want to look at I'm John? Nope. So that's why I think I'm skipping these, so if you think I should look at them, tell me. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, they're not saying anything. Pre I do want to show. Let's take a look at Pre's. Pre actually does two types of hog that we want to see at Town Hall 8. First, he shows an emerging surgical, which is kind of the higher level Town Hall 8 play. So let's take a look at that. I think that's this one. Notice how we've got the nice externally focused DPS defenses, which the surgical hog fits well to. He comes in pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's done. And then he moves through. It's not bad. He doesn't have a lot left at the end, so one could question if he needed to tweak a little bit. And if he did, I would say it would be probably on that opening CC kill. And maybe the amount of troops deployed per spot with timing. But it wasn't bad. Wasn't bad. Let's take a look at he also did a V deploy, as we call it, on 23. Yes, he's watching live replays. Well, whenever you guys get off the dime. What's happening over? I helped Frog with that attack plan. He will be thrilled, says Korg. Okay, so here we are looking at Goldilocks, and I guess Pre is playing the role of the three bears. Or is that backwards? I think. Okay, yeah, because Goldilocks wasn't protecting anything. But there's the V deploy. So usually, though, with a little bit of jazz hands coming off the backside, trying to keep his hogs more middle. Notice how that did a lot better for him in terms of units left on the field. Now, I don't know if that's because the base was weaker or if his attack was... Maybe we'll take a look at the attack one last time. See if his CC pull was cleaner. Come on. Dragon comes out. He's got distract for the most part. Poison's played down pretty good. Yeah, he had a lot more left from his CC kill here, so that helped him. Now see, that's not actually, so that's a V deploy, but usually you want to see a much better line. Like, so I would want to see like this guy getting targeted maybe. The other thing I don't like about this is that he's got a lot of, it's not really externalized, so it's a more difficult V deploy, but it works. So I think the timing also was a little slow. It's like he was about 5 seconds for this, so a little quicker might help too. But we'll get into that with another video. BU attacking, he got like 97%. Oh, did you try to sneak in part and he did. What do we got? Ooh, worth watching. Oh, this is a hit down, I think. I think Spartan's a Town Hall 10. Am I wrong? 5 spells. Let's watch anyway, for fun. See if he pulls it off. Dragon's down. Oh lord, what is that? The P.E.K.K.A. army? This could be a problem. How many P.E.K.K.A.s are moving with the king right now? I think it's 4. I couldn't count them. They dropped pretty quick. Well, the positive side of the P.E.K.K.A.s all going outside is they're avoiding this Tesla. So that's a win. Yeah, this is where you kind of panic a little bit, because you're trying to get... He doesn't really have anything to turn him back inside. Except that. Oh, he's rallying. I don't think it's going to work out, though. Yeah, when you lose... P.E.K.K.A.s have to have really, really good cuts, because you have so much tied up into them, and they tend to wander a lot more than other troops. I don't know if it's because of their detection walk range is further off. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna... I think he's gonna hold him. Could be wrong. Especially with that one Tesla just banking him. There went one. Yeah. So usually what we would say for, and I think Spartan's a Town Hall 10, is if we're nuking Town Hall 10 down, the best attack is often you can hog it, or you can try the because you have 20 extra slots and an extra spell, you can use those extra slots for more loons. So actually air attacks become a little bit more viable. But probably hog would be the best answer. I usually would not turn back to P.E.K.K.A. based attacks. Mass Witch maybe, but it's in the tree. There's a branch of Town Hall 10 hitting down in the Town Hall 9 branch of what you might want to look at there. Let me check. Yeah, he's Town Hall 10. So let's see. I got some more that I want to show. Oh, and by the way, pre of course. Wait a minute. I've lost my thingamajigger. Uh-oh. Oh, here, I'll just do it this way. OBS. Dun. There you go, pre. That's right. Have a bar of chocolate. Now, beyond pre, there was another... Let me go over here and look. Imran, who's actually come up to a nice hog attack, but we won't show that because he's already up. Let me show you this though. Simon, I heard, already left. He used to be a part of JTJ and then wandered off, and then he's a wandering guy. But he does a nice attack here. So no matter where he is, we still like him. And let me show you this wonderful hit up by a Town Hall 7 into an entry-level Town Hall 8. So you've got 8555. He zap quakes 1. And then he rolls in with his... what is going to be a 104. Or does he mass drag? Let's see. 104. So it works out pretty good for him, and he is very consistent with being able to deliver 3 stars from Town Hall 7 into entry-level Town Hall 8, and that's a pretty good bonus for any clan when you're attacking, because it frees up that Town Hall 8 to hit up or do scouting into max Town Hall 8, that kind of stuff. So we'll actually set aside our Town Hall 8 bottom players for our Town Hall 7s, assuming that they're going to pull 1 or 2 of these every war where they can get it done. So it's something to think about in your clans if you have Town Hall 7s to take a look at it. Okay, Edge, good luck, buddy. Stepping away for a bit to find some more balance. Oh, Edge is leaving us. He's going to go find balance. Alright, Edge, good luck with your balance. You can wander the earth like the guy on Kung Fu. I think that's how he found his balance. Let's look at... Now, let's move on. So I'm going to tell JTJ2 we're leaving.
Channel, Atago and Schroed
We
Load.
are
Is there a Twiddler?
going to JTJ3. Poke in Twitch chat. If live.
Channel, Tukity. Nope. The event now is just in Twitch.
So let's switch over to 3. We're almost home. Let's see here. Who's 3? Oh wait, Bryce. Bryson is 3. I think. So here we come into 3. Shring. My village is under attack. Hey, get those goblins out of here. Seriously? I log in. How often do I log into this account and they're attacking me? Really? Well, are you enjoying yourself? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you to attack me with more goblins? What I got? Did I not unload? Are you done yet? What have you got? You've gotten 46,000 out of this attack. What did you use? Oh, 77 goblins. So you were built, Mr. What, 3535? So there you go. That was the special guest 3535 showing you the 35 golem attack, or goblin attack. Here, let's reload it because you never know. He might be bringing his friends back. We don't want them attacking us again. All right. Hey guys, I'm here for live attacks. Let me know. Otherwise, I'll look at replays. So I had some marked down from these guys to look at. That was funny, right? You don't get more live than that. Alright, Boiler, who used to also be in JTJ when he was at Town Hall 8, has moved up to Town Hall 9. And he's been doing some nice stuff. Let's take a look at his attack on 8. He's over in the UK, so he might be sleeping by now. Wait, that's not his attack. JTJ 3, Boiler on 8. Was it on 9? Boiler, was it 12? Oh, there it is. Why did I have 8? Okay, whatever. Let's take a look at it, wherever it is. Alright, so here... Oh, he's going to do a nice air attack, or a ground attack for us. Queen's at 9, so he's pushing into the queen. Probably going to use a jump to get to her. Golem's funnel. Poison down. Queen's down. Both expos are tied up. Here he comes. Not exactly a beautiful hog deployment. I'd call that probably just 2-spot. Oh, take it back. 4-spot. He did have a nice giant distract though on the backside, so he gets some points for that. You know what? He's recovering. His initial start looked kind of spammy, but now his last few, he did put out some to help. So might be worth taking another look Let's zoom in. Let's speed it up. Let's speed it up and see if his wonky deployment to begin. Ooh, this got smoked. So we had 28 hogs. And what we're really looking, we're zooming to the hog portion of the attack. Moving, moving, moving. In. Backside Expo engages. Oh, he's pretty quick. That was look, Giant's already down, so he was watching that. So we're at minute 39. He's got he's got 2 Giants for distract. So I'm taking it back. His topside deploy was not bad. Just a little heavy, I guess, is the only thing. So he's bringing in quite a lot of hogs, considering he's running into Wiz Towers firing at it. Although I guess he's assuming his Giants are going to take that damage for him. So maybe that's why he did it. Oh, and then he's got to get to the mid. So maybe that's why he went heavy. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm going to take it back. I'm going to take it back. That's a good attack. I'm going to take it back. So we're going to... Does he have another one to show us? Let's see. Let's see if he did anything else amazing. If so, we'll take a gander at it. He did on 11. All right, let's take a look at 11. This may be the deciding factor. Boiler. Because he's kind of early. Usually we don't bring up Town Hall 9s till around 15:15. Okay, not bad. Just moving on the queen. Guy gave him the queen pretty easy though. Valks. What's up with the Valks? Oh, did pretty good. He's definitely consistently using Giants for distraction purposes. I do like that. Those Valks are still alive? That's crazy. Okay. See, the reason why I'm questioning Valks is look at all the gappings there for the spring traps. You know, granted they ran all the way through it, but you know, it's nerve-wracking to me. But I would say, you know what, Boiler? If you want, come on up. Let's see here. Now we've got... Hold on, I gotta look at my list. Oh. Eliezer on 4. Let's go back up. Is anybody doing a live attack? What are they saying? Done. 45 minutes. I'll give it a bash. Okay, bash it. Hey, Rye. Oh, look. Hey, Ward. Alright. So let's go look at Leeser on 4. See, I think I've got my numbers wrong. So let's find a Leeser's attack. VTech now, Incredible Oil. Dada. Vogel. Am I looking at the wrong? Oh, it was a prior war. That's why. Sorry, my bad. Hang on a minute. We're going back in time. There you go. Leeser has been with us for about 5 weeks, I think, in JTJ3. Pretty strong, solid Town Hall 9. So nice to open with the EQ. Gives them access to 180 and the queen for sure. The other one's kind of buried. But it also gives them access to the expo there. Oh, look at that queen. Did not take any damage whatsoever. Pretty good. That was probably worth watching again. Take a look at it one more time. I'm going to look at the deployment of the loons this time. I was eyeballing the queen when that was going down this time. I like where he placed the EQ because it's not a big spread point in terms of getting his army all wanked, so he keeps his golems in front of his group, which allows his wizards to stay alive. Yeah, there was a little bit of luck in that because of that backside AD, but it worked. But it seemed more chaos than planning at the end there. But not bad. Not bad. Oh, and this attack wasn't bad either. Chief used to be up at JTJ and is coming down for some meditation, working on his drunken kung fu, which is, you know, the ultimate style of kung fu. If you weren't sure, you can watch all the kung fu movies that I watched as a kid, and I know that that is when you truly win. The drunken kung fu master was the guy that won all the wars. Not bad. He's in the mid. Queen is working. But see, I would look at that. So, and while this is pretty good, I mean, he gets it, right? It's almost like a brute force attack in that, you know, his max heroes power in and take it home. When you've got all those ADs in mid, I would have thought something more like, you know, like a 3-go with a slow action off the back around the edges, because you get all the ADs when you're in the mid there. And let's look again at the layout of the base. So as you look at that base, right, with all those ADs in a, what is that, 9x12 box. Granted, the other stuff's pretty tight in, but look at how these guys are kind of on the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this guy would be shooting in, so he wouldn't be on you early. This guy could be dropped early. So if you came from this side, this arc of backside defenses, you could loon while your go team is in here just having a party off of jump. So you jump, heal, rage. Because these guys aren't going to hurt like heavy health units. So like maybe like Golem Valk, or like a Gova, or a Go Wipe even, where they're just in the middle and then you slow off the back. Something to ponder. Because I mean, the other one felt more like you were forcing it, like it had to happen, whereas I think a Go Wipe would be a little cleaner. Are you effing kidding me? Poor Neil. He's having a bad day. We should have the music where it plays Hardy on 17. Nice pre-ho trigger. Oh, let's take a look at that. Let's go back to the current war on 17. And I will hit. Wait a minute. That's not the guy. Am I still in the? I probably was in the old war with that. Hang on. Let's see here. Nope. Alright, well, we're just not going to look at you, Hardy, because I can't find you. 21Q Rage Quake. Will the Great.
Channel, Atao and Shrode Look. I can walk through my 813 planning process if you want a live plan, but it's not a great cage match because of how hog weak the base is. Just practicing VSAD 666.
Shh. That is our team talking about God knows what. Maybe I should get in a different room.
Kitty B52 entered channel.
That's our UK leader on Banny Vinix. Will the Great. Let me see if I just want to see if I can find Will the Great. Oh, wait, I found Hardy. I'll play him. And we just got JTJ4 after this. So is this Super Sunday? Cam God? Yes, it is. Nice job, man. That was wicked. Alright, here we go. Nice trigger. Dragon's down early. So he basically does a 2-spot deploy. And you get away with it because there's really no double giant bomb positions that are off that pathing. So the base design is not ideal. You there's no risk to large groups of hogs being wiped in an instant. But I think, and that's what this, if and when I get this video done, what it's going to point out is how to move Hardy to hogging styles that'll work for you at Town Hall 9. Because that'll work, that two-spot deploy mass, 10 to 12 hogs in a group, works okay most of the time at Town Hall 8. You get smoked if there's double spots. But you really need to be using V-deploy or ideally at the end of your Town Hall 8 experience, surgical, to be effective at Town Hall 9. It's the technique you need to learn. Let's look at 23 lastly for JTJ3, and before I do that I'll give last call for live attacks. We'll take a look at Ant. Oh wait, no, I didn't want Ant. Sorry, Ant. Ant's like, yes! It's 23, dude. It's Will the Great. I don't know why I didn't look at yours, Ant, but it wasn't on my list. Remember, you can always get yours looked at if you put it on the list early enough. I'll take a look at it. So, I like this because it was an example of the 105R. And so notice it's very similar to the old 105. We've got ADs that are pretty close together. We get the zap quake off the back, so we don't have to actually rage to the backside loon. Instead, we're going to rage into the main loons here. Otherwise, it's the exact same thing. Now, he doesn't do one thing. Now, it's right there. So really, notice how the loons are late. Because the loon's primary job in this attack is to help on one side of the attack side that the dragons aren't going to hit on. So if you are this late into the attack, watch where the loons end up going. That's not a risk to the dragons. It's not helping the attack move forward. Here's the risk to the dragons. So either you need to get the loons down earlier to where they're helping on one side or the other, and you slant your dragons to one side of the 105, like you'd go 6-4 in terms of your arc, or you go even like he did and just have them power through with the rage, and then you save your loons on the backside for whichever side. See, right now I'd say your weaker side is this side. Most of your dragons are over here. Well, actually, I'd look at it, yeah. So, and it ends up being there, but you would have had a heck of a lot more power coming in from right here, just like that. See what I'm saying, Will? So think about that when you're using the 105R. Is if you're raging the dragons, you're going to be going at both ADs at the same time, bias one side, then you loon the other, but you need to get in earlier. If you're not going to do that, even attack them, and then use the loons on the backside, kind of like an 813, but for archer towers or other dense anti-air type placements. All right. Wait a minute. Last call. So I'm going to say bye to them. Okay, going to JTJ4. The bus is leaving the building. JTJ4 is red. Let's see what's going on in JTJ4. Okay. Any live attacks? While we're waiting to hear on that, let's take a look at we're almost done, guys, probably about 10 to 15 minutes. So hold on. Let's look first at Anthony's attack. 2-go EQ try on a max Town Hall 9. What are they saying to me? I still don't want to say blah blah blah. I'm about to go. Okay, well I'll wait. Okay, I'm waiting. Oh, it looks pretty close game too. Badai Cyclope. Let's see if they're any good. 65 wars won, and you get a free elder if you come into Badai. And then you can, it seems like they're typing in another language, which makes sense because their name is Badai Cyclope. Atikif chat war bagus donate puckus bogus colid. There you go. Spoken like a true American. I have great respect for you guys. I just can't speak your language nor read it. Okay. Krusty is... You know, I've seen a lot of people with using these buffers, base buffers. They're using the EQ to power through it, and instead of what we used to do the fork on, where we drop a golem to one side with whizbackers and a golem the other, and then get to about 3 and 9, and then we'd hog into the middle. They're doing this instead, and I think this is actually a simpler attack because you've got to kind of really know your pathing a little bit with the fork, as we called it. So we might deprecate the KHC2 fork. Oh my God, it is the KHC. Instead, remove the fork. See, because he's still using the 2 golems. He's still planning on getting to the mid, triking out these ADs, and I think then backside sniping. I think that's still his plan. So it's similar to the fork in terms of, you know, you get to the mid, take it out, backside. But what's different is how you get to the mid. You don't have to clear all the way to 3 and 9. Uh-oh. What's going on now? He's healing. Oh, it's moving in. We're good. We're good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Look at all that. Look at all that. Ooh, I think he might have placed his heal just a little early. And a little too... would have rather have had it in the middle, because that is a lot of death in the middle. But he's got his witches in there. I don't know. I don't like it. It doesn't feel right. I want to go home right now. Let me out of the car. Oh my God. Krusty, what's up? What is this? Why did you do that? Oh no. Okay, my friend. So surgical loon. Snipe loon. Slow means 1, maybe 2 per spot. And it's against the anti-air position. So you would have like dropped here and dropped here because they're distracted. It may still work out. Oh, there goes one loon right there. Oh, you need some really... Oh, this is going to be bad. They are going to get smoked. Yeah, because there is a timing aspect. So I think a couple things went wrong with this attack. One, you really wanted that heal to be more in the mid than back. I might have dropped your golems more here, and then wizard, and then have them walk backwards. We'll take a look at the map here once you're done. But the biggest thing was when you have those loons, deploy them more in a granular fashion, 1 to 2 per on distract, right? So that you get the advantage. Let's take a look at... I want to see the base again. Let's take a look here. Oops, started. So see, now if you would have dropped your golem right here, what is that? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so he's going to walk this way. Especially if you do the earthquake first. He's going to walk this way, then come back. Or he might just go right in. But if you get that here, then this Wiz Tower's range is right about like here. And so then you could have actually then off that golem, if you would have dropped it here into this, you could have Wiz Towered this guy down. Right? So both those, and then you could have worked more slowly into the middle and then drove in. I think that might have worked better for you. Because you had 2 golems and a king. You could have used your king for the mid team here and then done the same thing here with wizards backing. But probably more importantly was that you had 5 loons. So I would have said, did you notice how these guys were distracted at the end? So 1 loon there and 1 loon there would have taken them out off distract. And then maybe 1 loon here. Because see, this whole side here is not a risk to your loons. You want that down first. Anyway, think about it. Good attack either way. Thanks, Krusty. All right. So Brian was agreeing. Loons are for snipe. So now let's take a look. Anyone else? Let's take a look at some of the replays that I notated. Anthony. Trappist to go live in Banny Veeks. How late am I on that? I think I've shut them off in Mumble. I think I can't hear them in Mumble. Although they spoke to me before. Whatever. We'll work on that later. Let's take a look at Anthony's 2-go EQ tryout on a Town Hall 9. Right here. Let's see how this looks. Pretty good heroes for Anthony. He's going to air attack it. ASs are basically doing the usual, I'm protecting to here. Now this is actually a bad setup for the AS because the range is probably about here. You really want to push them away, not... So he's basically going to come from the backside of it, eliminating the AS risk. So, FYI to Sandy at Badai Cyclop. You should think about that. I like the EQ placement. Queen is doing some serious damage. And she's backing the golem, so that's nice. Wow, she's going to do a lot of damage. If he would have been a little more patient with the 12, it might have done a little better. Brian says and blah. Okay, that's not about us. But otherwise, pretty good attack. Nice granular placements of the loons around the map. Queen had nice penetration with a 2-go flank with the king with him. And then he worked off that distract when the expos were tied up. So I think you know what that means. Or do we know what it means? We need to give him the golden ticket. All right, Anthony. Have yourself a bar of chocolate. We will, if you want to come up, you may. Although JTJ4 probably wants you to stay because they're just starting to get formed up. Anybody else want to go? Duckman is nice for playing 8 first rolling C hogs. Oh, okay. Let's take a look at that. Alright, Duckman. Oh, Town Hall 8 rolling C hogs. So when we talk about rolling C, what that means is a heavy team, like a cage, in this case cage team, will sit and hold the mids fire, and then the hogs actually move in a C formation around the base. At Town Hall 9, it's more typically kind of rotating around like a cage C2 in the mid. What did he drop from his CC? Oh, witches. Okay. So let's see. Does the witches get to the mid? Oh, there goes his... Oh. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so the other thing you'll notice about a rolling C is that they tend to reinforce instead of like where you're surgically attacking as the hogs to make the hogs move inward. You're instead, the hogs are moving laterally around the base and being reinforced so that if they hit spring trap or bomb placement, that all the hogs aren't lost. So it is a pretty good example of that by Duckman. And why would he be... So you really don't see a double position anywhere unless it was in mid. I don't see any. So it's really singles everywhere. Yeah, it's not a bad attack though. Either way. Anything else we want to look at? Nope. The other one that we want to look at is... Whoop, where's my list? I lost my list. Oh, Cell. So Cell used to be with JTJ and is taking a break down in JTJ4. I'm sure they appreciate her being there. And she did a couple of interesting... She's a really good Town Hall 8 attacker. Let's see, Cell, where are you? Oh, this is going to end up being a close war. 4 hours left, 15. Oh, they've got a lot of attacks, though, so it might not be as close as you think. Where is Cell? I wrote it down. Dude. On 5. Yep, that would be why I'm not finding her. So she hit their strongest Town Hall. I think this is a Town Hall 8. Yep. So here we go. A little hog action for you. Poison. Wizards. Witches. Dead. 3 fronts. So she doesn't really do the usual, so it's a little different. And part of that might be because the king's so centered. You know, with a V, usually you're trying to have the king away from the V. So with it in the middle, you can really attack from anywhere. But, you know, so it's not horrible to do the 3-point deploy. She's losing a few there. Let's take a look at the base and see. Hold on. So as you look at that base, king's in mid. Yeah, there's a little bit more bias to the... what I'm looking for is she attacking the strength of the base first, which is never a bad idea. And she's got 1, 2, in terms of hog damaging, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here versus 1, 2, 3. So in that regard, if you buy into that tactical planning perspective, coming from this side isn't a bad idea. And then all she was doing is she did a trigger and took it up to where she could operate from. But you might be like, well, why didn't she come from here? Anyway, pretty good attack. And lastly, in the war, unless these guys can vomit up one more... Nope. Last call for live attacks. If they can't vomit up a live attack, this will be the last replay. And that is Balzar. Balazar on 11. That didn't look like Balazar. That looked like somebody named in Milan more. Oh, I gotta go back. Should I 7? Nope. Going to the prior war. On 11. Alright, here we go. So Balazar. This is a Town Hall mid. Does a spot deploy on hogs. And so what I wanted to show here is that, you know, kind of like with Cell's attack, where you can just, you know, use 2 to 3 fingers to deploy and still have success at Town Hall 8. And it's easy, right? It works, but where it's weak is if these guys end up running. See how they're grouped the whole time? So if they hit by some chance a double bomb position, you'll lose all of them and end up not getting the attack. Nice use of the EQ. I've seen a lot of people doing that, EQing the Town Hall to speed it up. But that's why you kind of want to start looking at either the V deploy, which is a cheap way of getting, you know, the granular placement, multiple lines, 4 to 5, or the surgical at Town Hall 8, which, you know, then you're pick deploying like 2 to 3 per spot, kind of like A-Boy does at Town Hall 9, or RC9 at Banny Veeks also did it, and also some of the other attackers within JTJ at Town Hall 8. Okay, so I'm going to give them, I'm going to say like, so, nothing, right? Hardy, too slow. Yep. Okay. See how slow I am? That's why I need you guys in my ear. So nothing, right? Okay. Okay. Later. Good job, Sal. All right. So that will be it for this episode then, I guess, of Super Sunday. Thanks for tuning in. I'll put it out on YouTube when I get a chance. Otherwise, as always, good luck in your wars, and we'll talk to you next week. And then I will shut you off if I can find my...
Don't touch that, Larry.
Touch it, Larry. You know you want to.
Larry, don't touch
Larry,
that.
do it. Do it, Larry.
Larry!
Yes! Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life, Larry.
What'd I
Good
just
job,
say, Larry?
Larry. Good job.